As it is written, the kingdom is within us. Come together and discuss the issues within the kingdom. Speak your peace. Speak the truth. For the kingdom is at hand. Kingdom Conversations.
What you got to see is this. When these other nations hurt or kill any Hebrew Israelite brother or sister, the Most High comes up with strong voice of another nation. Somewhere in the world, they get jacked up. We ain't coming back just for one. I'm looking at my team, we get a whole lot of them. Some looking down with their heads hung low. I'm listening to some sad people say they keep coming out, they gone slow. The point that they won't get on. Let me show you what the scriptures say. You gotta believe in the prophecies. Don't let these passages get in your way. Stay your truth and we really work hard. Cause we know we'll soon be home. Don't you know you're never alone? So tell me what am I crying for? But we got the Most High. We got the Most High, man. Oh, we got the Most High. That's our way. Yeah, we got our backs. The Most High woke you up this morning. He gave you breath to breathe. He let you see another day. And gave you some routine. We got a lot to be thankful for. When these prophecies unfold, we got these scriptures as our guide. And our futures already foretold. If you confused and why my people don't have no faith in the Most High, no faith, we sit around looking sad and complain like everything is so bad. Alright, man. They have no joy, and the peace is gone. And the peace is gone. I'm looking at my people. I'm looking down with my heads hung low. I'm listening to some sad people say they keep it up and down, paying lost for. So we keep the people that they won't get on. Let me show you what the scriptures say. You gotta believe in the prophecies. Don't let these passages get in your way. We stay the truth and we really work hard. Cause we know we'll soon be home. Don't you know you're never alone? So tell me what are you crying for? We got the Most High. We got the Most High, man. You know that? Oh, we got the Most High. That's all we need. Now here we walk. Hey, we got this. Woo! The Most High has always had our backs against these other nations. Everything they can do to us, we shall not just coming with destruction. We got a kingdom coming real soon. While this whole world is ready to do, it's already prophesied in the scriptures. These other nations don't lose. You confused and why my people don't have no faith in the Most High. No family sit around looking sad and sad. They know everything is so bad. They have no joy, and the peace is gone, and the peace is gone. Some looking down with their heads hung low, they got their head on shoulders, just sad, they get it up, they lost hope, maybe they won't be long, it was like the scripture said. the prophecies. Don't let these facts get in your way. We're spreading truth and we really work hard. Cause we know we'll soon be home. You're never alone. So tell me what are you crying for? When we got the Most High. Oh, we got the Most High. Hey.
Hey, shalom, peace and blessing, family. How y'all doing today? This is your brother Cleo. Before I get started, you know what I gotta do. I gotta give all praises and honor and glory to the Father. The book say, let me see if I can find that verse so I could quote it verbatim and not give it to you off my head. We gotta go by what the book say, right? Anytime somebody bringing you something, they better be bringing it to you from the book, right? And not nowhere else, because if they bring in you something else, if they're telling you that you don't need to keep his law, statutes, and commandments, and the Mashiach said he came to fulfill the law. I mean, he came to do the law. Exodus 6:3. Exodus 6:3 says, and I appeared unto Abraham and unto Isaac and unto Jacob. That's what that says. So he appeared to those three. And he's also the father of those three. I bid all of you greetings. Peace and blessings to the family. And I'm going to go through like we normally do. Go through and read and greet the family that's in the chat. You could have been anywhere. You could be watching the Lakers or Chicago Bulls, or you could be watching soccer. You could be out in some restaurant eating. You could be at home relaxing with the children, but you decided to join us, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you, fam. I appreciate everybody that's jumping in. So we're going to start at the top like we normally do, and we're going to work our way down. First of all, peace and blessings to you, Darnell Blackshear. Peace and blessings to you and Shalom. Peace and blessings to Yvette Rivera. Shalom, Brother T. Peace and blessings to you. How you doing, fam? Brother Kenneth Wilkerson. Hey, brother, how you doing? Hope all is well. Hope to get you on one of these days so that you can speak your piece as well. Peace and blessings, Sister Born Bold. Peace and blessings to you. I saw that that text you sent to me, and I was actually driving, so I couldn't respond to that. But that's funny, actually. But we won't get into that right now. Daniel Blackshear, Sister Born Bold, Brother T. Brother E, I dropped the link in the chat. If you want to jump in, you can jump in. As you know, brother, you can jump in at any time. Yazadiq Israel, you could jump in any time, brother, you want to, as we get going. Let's see here, Sister Linda Ricks. Shalom, sis. Hope all is well with you today. And if I forget to put you up when I call you, y'all, please forgive me. Y'all know I need the zigzag man, because he is the zigzag man is the savior for some, right? That's what they say, right? Jesus gonna come and save. He gonna come and rapture them away out of all the wickedness that they did on the earth. He gonna come and get them up out of here, right? So they don't have to face retribution, right? But we know that's a lie from the pit. We keep going. Sister Ellen L. Shalom, sis. Hope all is well with you. Am 300. Shalom, everyone. Shalom to you, sis. Hope all is well with you. Nisi Lewis. Shalom, sis. Hope all is well with you today. That song that I played earlier to kick us off, I found that song a couple of days ago, and the website, the brother is called Fred Genius 7, and that song was on point as far as I'm concerned. And our people, as you know, we created every genre of music known to man, past, present, and future. Every genre that they got popular, that they think is popular, more than likely our people was involved, and more than likely our people did it. You could say classical, you could say opera, you could say hip hop, you could say R&B, you could say rock and roll, you could say jazz, you could say fusion, You could keep going on and on and on and on. But guess who's gonna be behind that music that's popular, that's rocking the earth right now? It's gonna be an Israelite. Point blank, period. No, there's no other way that you could slice it. Because everything great, even in our captivity, we making other nations rich, and other nations coming up off of us. Let me see. Did I see it? Oh no! And we got a celebrity here, brother Big Red. Shalom, brother. How you doing? Hope all is well with you. So, you guys know the name of today's show, but before we get into that, what I wanted to do was I wanted to go to the book, and someone had sent us something to the email. I'm going to get the name of that person, not mess it up. Sent it about a month ago. And I'm going to get that precepts because I thought it was timely before we jump into our discussion today. So, Lion Warrior for Yah, about a month ago, sent us. Okay, I'm not going to read no more of the comments because that's going to be a distraction. Yeah, they popping our music all over the earth. If you notice that, let me switch. We'll get back to the book in a minute. But if you watch commercials, if you happen to watch television, a lot of our people have disconnected from television. But if you watch television, you'll notice that a lot of the commercials will use our slang and use our vernacular. They'll try to be cool like us and try to use our swag, this, that, and the third. And there's a reason behind that. And they know what makes them money. And that's why I call you and me liquid money, is because every time they see you, they know that somehow or another, if they project you or if they use you, they're going to make a ton of money off of it. And we really going to build off of what was brought out today in today's show that Brother E brought out. It was a great show, E. As usual, I salute you, brother. Before I get into that too, I need to salute. I always forget to salute the brothers from Salt of the Earth. Eliashah, salute you, brother. Salute Kadar, brother Banya. He's probably on the slave ship, but I salute you, brother. Hope all is going well, brother E. I salute you. Hope all is going well with you, brother Hal, brother Donovan Ben Judah, and all the other brothers that contribute and sisters that contribute regularly. I salute to you also. So let's get back to this book. Lion Warrior for Yah sent us some precepts, and you guys can go to the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verses 5 through 9. And I want you guys to grab it for yourself. I'm going to read it, and I should probably throw it up too and not be lazy, right? I should probably do that for the family. I'm going to read from the actual, let me see, how do I want to do this? Let me minimize it. I think I will throw it up for the family. Let me get my bearings on where I'm at first. And then I may throw it up for you guys so that you guys can see it. But it's the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 5 through 9. I believe that's what I want. So I'm going to go ahead and look that up. So how's everybody doing today? If you're doing good and if the Most High has refreshed you and he's got you going excellent, as he always does, put a 1 up. And I know that there's some of you that have lost loved ones. And I believe, Brother T, you lost some loved ones, but just know that our elders, that the 2 elders that did cross over, I believe, I know what the book says, in that you will be able to see them again. And when you see them again, it's going to be on much better terms. And that's from what the book says. And I believe and trust the book. That last song we played, that song that we played, they say there's people out there that don't believe in prophecy. They don't believe in the book. They don't go by the book, and they don't want to have nothing to do with the book. And that's a sad state to be in, when you say, okay, I don't want to have nothing to do with Mashiach. I don't want to have nothing to do with the Father, and I don't want to have nothing to do with none of that. Let me give me the world, give me the earth. When if you rock with Mashiach and you rock with his Father, guess what? He gonna give that all to you anyway. All that is already promised to you. So let me see if I can find this precept. I said Joshua 1, 5 through 9. I'm having issues getting my Bible gateway up. So I'm just going to go ahead and read what I'm looking at. So Joshua 1, 5 through 9 says, no man is going to stand before you all the days of your life. Okay, let me see if I can get it over here. Actually, yeah, I do have it. Okay, I found it. It's 5 and 9. There we go. Okay, let me put this up here, and then I'm gonna share my screen. Give me a second, fam. Okay. Let me do that. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Only thing I don't like is the size. We'll make that a little bit bigger. Actually, move that back a little bit. Okay. And then let's kill that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Get back in StreamYard and share my screen. Share. All right. Okay, hopefully the fam could see that. And I'll put it on just the screen itself. Nope. There we go. Okay, so we're in the book of Joshua, and we're in chapter 1, and we're going to read 5 through 9. And we're setting the stage, and we set the stage with that nice song that the brother Fred and the Genius 7 put out. We're in Joshua 1, 5 through 9, and it reads, get your sacred scroll if you don't have it. Hopefully you guys can see it well. There shall not be any man able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. I will not fail thee nor forsake thee. Verse 6, be strong and of good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land which I swear unto their fathers to give to them. Verse 7, only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law, not some of the law, all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper wheresoever thou goest. Verse 8, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. And then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Verse 9, have I not commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For the Most High thy Elohim is with thee wheresoever thou goest. Thank you, Father, for the book. Thank you for your word this hour, because our people need to hear that. Book says, faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by what? The word of the Most High. Shalom to everybody that I didn't get a chance to greet. So now we're going to get into today's topic. And for today's discussion, I'm going to remove that out of the way. And I don't like the idea that my giant head is on the screen this whole time, but okay, it is what it is. So today's topic of discussion is, so what, you're an Israelite? And I'm going to say it as it's written. So what, you're an Israelite? But how are you different than everybody else? What makes you so special? What makes you different than everybody else? And today we're not going to do PowerPoint today. We're just going to have an open discussion. But we're going to start with that question. So you're an Israelite. So what? Big deal. Yeah, I'm playing the advocate right now. Not the Hashatan advocate or that D word dude named advocate. I'm just playing the advocate. So what, you're an Israelite? Big deal. What does that mean? And then the next question is, how are you different from others? What makes you different being an Israelite? What makes you so special? Are you special? Are you just like everybody else? What makes you so what you're an Israelite? Okay, so let's do it this way too. Okay, so you found out that the book pertains to you, and you're you've looked at the book and said, okay, those are my people, those are my ancestors. Oh yeah, by the way, we fit the curses. Oh yeah, by the way, we got the 400-year prophecy. Oh yeah, by the way, this is us that the book is talking about. Okay, great. So now you're an Israelite by heritage, by birthright. Now the question becomes, so what? What are you doing? Seriously, what? Okay, you're Israelite and you no longer with the Christian church. But then how are you different? Are you different than the Christian church? And if so, how? What makes you different than a Christian? What makes you different than an Israelite that is a Christian? Or that's kind of like an oxymoron, right? An Israelite Christian, when your heritage is your Israelite, but then the byword is Christian. Book says they were first called Christian or nigger in Antioch. So that's a so American is a Christian nation. So America is a nigger nation. Is that what they're saying? I mean, that's a whole nother left hand turn, right? So fam, I want you guys to and I'll put the link in. Let's see if we can come up with some answers to that question that was posed in the title. You're Israelites, so what? How are you any different than the Episcopalians? They believe in Mashiach. They believe in Jesus. They believe in the Father. They believe they gonna be saved. Okay, so we got our first customer. I'm as these comments come up, I'll throw them up. Let's see here. My good brother Yazidi Israel says, Exodus 19:5. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. Amen. Let's see here. Sister Rochelle, good to see you, sis. No longer blinded by their lies, we know and walk in truth of the Most High. Okay, that's a good answer. Shalom, Brother Chatro. Shalom to you. How you doing? And brothers, if anybody wants to jump in, you're more than welcome to jump in. So do we have any other answers as far as what makes you different? And it's not a trick question, believe it or not. It's not a trick question because I don't do trick questions. I will do rhetorical questions, though. Observant deprogram says Zechariah 2:12. And the Most High shall inherit Judah, his portion in the Holy Land, and shall choose Jerusalem again. It's one of my favorite precepts indeed. That's the book. He says he would yet choose. He said he would yet choose Israel. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's a good thing he did choose Israel. After all we went through, I mean, I appreciate you, Father, for taking our ancestors and taking us through that rocky road, because nobody could have did it like him. The Father did a complete number on us and our people. And we should be crying uncle. If we haven't already, we should have been crying uncle 200 years ago, because we got jacked up, period. And it was for our good that we got jacked up. But no other people on the earth could have gone through what we went through. Nobody. I don't care what race you are. I don't care where you live on the earth. You could be Ham. You could be Shem. You could be Japheth. Nobody could have went through transatlantics. Sorry, you could not have done it unless you Israel. Point blank, period. So I'll keep reading these comments. Lions, warrior for Yah. Keep the commandments and laws as best we can while learning to love our people like never before. It's an awesome answer. And Lions, warrior for Yah. Thank you for those precepts that you sent about a month ago, because we led off with that. That's very timely, and I appreciate it. I was going through the emails, looking at the emails, and felt that those precepts were very tangible and valuable. Let's see here. I'm chosen by the one true. Let me read Sister Born Bold says, I'm chosen by the one true God of Israel. I will not be ashamed. I will walk in his law and believe in his blessings. Now, that's an interesting statement, sis, because I'm not gonna sit here and say who believes and who doesn't believe. That's not my place, right? But I will say this. By and large, does Israel and we can take this on an individual level, but does Israel really believe the book? And I mean all of Israel, the whole house. And I don't mean those people, the great pretenders, the 1948s. Not talking about them. I'm not talking about the 12 tribe chart. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about the whole house, northern and southern kingdom. Let's see what Brother E said. Oh, wait a minute. I messed up. I took something out of context here. Brother Hal says, it means I'm set apart, different, special. I am the apple of Yah's eye. Bam! Brother dropping jewels. Okay, so we should have music, and you know how they do the coronation when somebody great enter in. We have music and coronation when Brother E drop is. The Beginner's Channel by Brother Ben Ibri Ben Jacob says, I believe that us knowing that we are Israel is a divine revelation, but it's not established in the earth. The only thing that separates us is the spirit of truth. And you see, that's why I blew my little toy trumpet, because brother always dropping good jewels on the fam. Let's see here. Let's keep going. Born Bold says, I do, it's my life, period. See, Lion Warrior for Yah, not yet, but the chosen do believe. Yeah, that's in response to the question that I asked earlier. Does Israel really believe the book? And we'll table that for later. And it was actually a little bit premature on my part. Shalom, Sister Diane Gardner. Shalom, sis. It's good to see you, as usual. It's good to see everybody in the chat. So let's see if we can. I'm going to go back to some of these comments and let's see if we can build on that. The brother E says the only thing that separates us is the spirit of truth. Now, if you've been listening to any of the KC shows, you will know that this is a profound statement, because he's talking specifically about a specific spirit that is missing or lacking. That is the spirit of truth. So how do we get it? Where do we get it from? Spirit of truth. How come we don't have it? We belong to the Father. We his children. He's our Father, right? Right now, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, for sure. That's book. The only thing that separates us is the spirit of truth. Okay. We'll get back to that. I'll let Brother E come in and expound upon that. Let's see here. Observe and deprogram Joel 2:27, and ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Elohim, your father, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed. And right now, some of our people, I would say that if you're in Christianity, you are ashamed. I would say that if you're in Islam, you are ashamed. I would say that if you're in anything outside of your heritage, you are ashamed because you have said, you know what, I'm not going to accept my heritage. I'm going to accept what a heathen gave me. The heathens gave you Christianity. That's an outcropping of Rome. The heathens gave you Islam. That's an outcropping of Catholicism. You want to be up under what the heathen gave you as opposed to what the books say. You need to be going by the book, point blank, period. Let me keep reading. There was one that was above this. Sister Rochelle, Christianity is such a stronghold. Wow. Christianity is worse than crack cocaine. It's the worst thing ever invented. Period. Christianity is such a stronghold. Not all of Israel believes the book in its truth. They believe twisted Christianity versions of the book. God, totally agree with that. And why would it's hilarious. Okay, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm gonna keep moving and looking at the comments. Yazid Israel, we are people have to come out of this Gentile mindset. That mindset meaning the Gentile spirit and take on the spirit of truth. Father, can you give us the spirit of truth? We're crying out to you right now. Can we get it? Lion Warrior for Yah, we ask the Father for wisdom with a sincere heart, and he allows her to reveal his truths. Thank you, Hal Goodwin. Good to see you. Shalom, sis. Good to see you as well. Christianity is definitely stronger. So this is today's session is not going to be a session to bang on Israel. I'm not going to give away what the next session is going to be about. But fam, okay, so I saw some awesome quotes as far as why we are special. And there's no doubt that we are set apart. The book says, he said he ain't dealt with no other nation on the level that he dealt with us. Not only that, but he runs down the ancestors that he came before and that he said he's the father of, right? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He says he's the father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But he also said that he was before them as well. So that alone separates us. He says he have dealt so with no other nation. He's not dealing with the gents. Or no, let me rephrase that. He's not dealing with these heathen nations like they say there is. If you hear a heathen looking like the Zigzag Man or anybody else, it could be Joel Osteen looking like they're talking about they heard from the Father. They did not. They lied. They heard from their Father or they heard from a spirit, but they didn't hear from the one who spoke this construct into existence. I can guarantee you that because his book say he's not dealing with nobody else. And that's the book. So let me keep reading. Some of us just can't see we are his chosen alone. They can't even imagine it. And that's because there's a couple of chips that have been put into our people. You got the Willie Lynch chip. You got the cowardice chip. You got the Christianity chip. You got the slave mindset chip. You've got the Islam chip. I mean, I could keep going, but those are just a few of them that has been implemented. So it sounds like a lot of you have unplugged most of these chips, and you're walking around with a free mind. Now, what needs to happen is you need to run into truth. And the only way you're going to run into truth is you crack open that book and you start doing what the book says to do, as opposed to anything else. So now let me play this game now. And I'm going to ask the same question, but I'm going to ask it this way. So you keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and you are his chosen people. But what if I take that away from you? If I take that away from you, okay, so that's not special. Would you still be special? Would you still be able to say, okay, yeah, I'm the people of the book? Would you still be able to say, okay, the law, statutes, and commandments, they're not important, or they are important? That's neither here nor there. And then the question becomes, okay, since you believe, and you're a true believer, and you believe in the book, and you believe in what it says, everybody can quote Deuteronomy 28, but what about Deuteronomy 30? I can get everybody in here to quote me the curses, forwards, backwards, left, and right. And the book, by the way, it's not just our history book. It's our whole complete timeline from beginning to end. It's not just the history book. It's a futuristic book as well. It's a complete timeline, contrary to what the preterists say. It's the end to end, point blank, period. Nothing else. So it's not just your history book. Your future's in there. You can open that book and see yourself. Straight. Let's see, Donovan Majuda, I'm in way too deep to turn back now, Khan. There is no other way. It's the book or nothing else. You can't, nobody gonna get by. Either you with him or you against him. He's coming back not to make friends with these nations. What is it saying? I think it's Revelation 14. Our ancestors are crying out, hey, when you gonna take vengeance on these wicked nations that did this to us? Is that not book? I believe that's book. Brother say past, present, and future. My brother Yazadiq, that's right. It's not just a history book. I've been saying all this time I've been saying, yeah, that's our history book. Yeah, it's your history book, but it's past, present, and future in there. And we got to treat it like such. Let me ask you, put a one up if you see yourself in the book, because I can take you to one of those New Testament chapters. And if you start reading this particular book, really all of the whole book, but if you start reading this particular book, you're going to be like, man, that's just like what's happening today. It's no different. If you can't see yourself in the book, there's something wrong. Your life is in there, laid out. Put a one up if you, wait a minute, who giving it away? Okay, I'm not going to put that up, sis, but only thing I'm going to say is I see you. Point blank. Brother, he says the Bible is like a never-ending story. That's right. That's right. Exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. If you could see yourself in that book, put a one up. Because that's going to tell me something. That's going to tell me something about y'all. Still forgive these people? Nope, that's not my job. Not my job to forgive them. I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna take them to Psalms 109. Yeah, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray Psalms 109 for you and your whole family. Don't ever put the microphone in front of my mouth if something heinous done happened. That's the last thing you want to do, because you're not gonna get forgive. What you're gonna hear is, hey, you know what? Yeah, let's pray. Let's go to Psalms 109, and we're gonna read Psalms 109. Then after that, then we will say what we will say on the mic. And it's not going to be no forgive, forgive, forgive. It's going to go something like, well, I hope that person and their whole family get tossed head first into the lake of fire. How about that? It's no forgive, forgive, forgive. What? Time out for that. If he say pray for your enemies, okay. I'm going to do like my grandfather David did. I'm going to pray for you, all right? You're going to get one Psalm, Psalms 109. And the brother who was on Monday, and I forget his name, the brother from Canada, if you on, man, that brother dropped some power. He dropped some powerful prayers that he was praying over his nation, and now they flooded out right now. Do y'all believe y'all have that kind of ability? Book says, I always ask y'all this question. Greater works than these ye shall do. What's the greater works? Mashiach, that came out of Mashiach's mouth, not your brother's mouth. He said, greater works than these ye shall do. Well, what's the greater works? And you see the account that he did, the accounts that they got on record, and the hidden records that they're not showing you. And the book says he did so much stuff you can't even contain in these volumes. So what's the greater work? Thanks, Brother Donovan Benjuda. I appreciate that. Brother E. Farms. Brother E. Farms from Canada gave that awesome testimony. So fam, if you really believe in the book, do you believe, okay, so you believe that put a one up if you believe that we the people of the book. This is a rhetorical question, but I want you guys to humor me because we're going somewhere. We are going to get somewhere at the end of the day. We will have gotten somewhere. So put a one up if you believe that we the people of the book. And while you're throwing those ones up, I'm going to read what Diana Gardner Young says. But the most important thing is for us to line up with the law, statutes, and commandments and repent, repent, repent. God. That's right. That's how you know that you separated. But you also got to love your people. Book say, how do we know that we love the Father? We know that we love the Father. How? Somebody get that precept and bring it up. I'm not going to look for it. Y'all know what it is. You already know. Yahuwah's daughter of Zion. Shalom, sis. So, okay, so we all agree that we're the people of the book. Everybody put a one up. Okay, so next question. You believe that you're the people of the book. Is it important to keep his law, statutes, and commandments? Put a one if it is, put a two if it's not. You tell me, I don't know. I'm gonna take the position as if I don't know. And I want you to tell me. By keeping his commandments, Dr. Donovan Benjuda said. Okay. Okay, so y'all believe that that's important. Law, statutes, and commandments is important. Okay. All right, so you know that you Israel. We got that. You found out you Israel. You know that you Israel. Number two, you said, okay, we're going to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We're going to keep these feast days. We're going to keep the Shabbat, whether it's moon, whether it's day number 7. Not the names of these fallen entities, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, not those entities, because those are entities. Y'all do know that. I know I'm preaching to the choir, but y'all know that those are entities. The people in the chat and everybody that's been rocking with Israel know the book and they know the truth. So you're doing all these things, right? Love one another. That's, oh boy, Yazadiq, that's so huge this day. And what I'm finding is we are doing that more and more, believe it or not, because the Father is moving. He moved in this awakening. He not only shook the foundations of the Christian church, but he turned the tithe tables over, turned the where they was getting money selling those wicked books that they selling about Left Behind. He beat everybody up in there, turned their tables over, and took their end. That's what he done did. That's what he done did with this earth. He done turned the whole earth upside down. But y'all can't travel Israel to Israel, says the Christian Hebrews that say Mashiach came and fulfilled the law. Okay, see, you trying to start problems today, and I'm trying to be without problems because I'm gonna set my own forest fires. Okay, so let's get back to the get back. So accepted that you're Israel, you've awakened, and next stop, you're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, so let me ask this question: are you applying the book and keeping the commandments? Are you applying the book to your life in a practical way? Put a one up if you are. If you're applying the book to your life in a practical way. So I don't know what a practical way is for anybody on this in this chat right now. I don't know. Only you know that, how you're applying the book in your everyday life. But if you are, put a one up. Right? And while you're doing that, I need to find some precepts that, no, I'm not going to go to those precepts right now. We're going to keep it like, let's see here. We got Donovan Bajuda says every day. Okay, bro. I see you. Okay, and this is my last question. Do you believe what the book says? If you believe what the book says, put a one up in the chat, please. You believe what the book says. Okay, so I see a lot of ones. So, if we believe what the book says, and we always banter about cheat codes, we always banter about the kingdom. We talk about the kingdom a lot because that's on our mind right now. Is coming together or getting back as a nation on your mind? Because the book says somewhere, gather thyself, O nation not desire. You guys hear me saying that all the time. And believe it or not, we're actually fulfilling that when we do come together. Whether it be on this on this YouTube channel, or whether it be live and up close and in person with people that you can see, smell, touch, and taste. You coming together with those people, and that's important. But what about love? And what about, and I don't mean in the sense that I'm caring about the heathen, because I don't care about them. I only care about my people. So, and I've seen love pop up. How have you been showing love to your brothers and sisters, whether it be in this chat room, whether it be when you see them face to face, whether it be when you communicate and talk with them? Have you called a brother who you haven't talked to in a minute, or a sister, and said, hey sis, hey bro, how you doing? I love you. How's everything going? Whether they be a Christian, whether they be an Israelite, whether they be a Muslim, we're supposed to be a light, right? And if you believe the book, when are you going to start focusing on the book in its totality? In other words, we can quote what happened to us, but can we quote what's coming to us? This joint is ours. We the next superpower. Can you quote for me right now what's coming to us? And then, how you going to get it? How is it going to come to you? We know Deuteronomy 28. We can quote it front and back, left and center, and we can quote all the other passages how we is going to go into bondage. Do brothers know forward and backwards the prosperity side? Whereas we're gonna come into blessings, and we're gonna be at rest, and we're gonna be at peace. When we get in the wilderness, what is it gonna be like? So if you tell me you're an Israelite, if you can't tell me that, I'm gonna say, so what? So what, you're an Israelite? So what, you can quote me scripture? Show me something practical. Show me something that you done did. Show me something. A lot of Israel waiting. You know what? This is gonna sound crazy. A lot of Israel's waiting on Israel. Huh? We all waiting for Mashiach, of course. But you know what? A lot of Israel is waiting on Israel. They waiting to see, okay, and not like how phony Christianity was, how you be all fake and half the time you be lying. No. Books say you will know them by your fruit, by their fruit. Okay, so what's the fruit? The fruits of the Spirit? Yes. What about their keys and talents? How are they using their keys and talents to uplift Israel? If you believe in the book, quote me when we gonna come into. You can quote me. I'll take you to Genesis 15, 13 through 15, the last part of that. Same thing when they left the Exodus the first time they spoiled Egypt. That's what the book said. So can you quote me the blessings part? And not only can you quote me the blessing part, are you looking forward to it? Are you looking forward to your rest? And that's not to mean that you're gonna be sitting on your behind all day, because we get into the wilderness. The brother brought it out yesterday. The wilderness is prepared for us. But that don't mean that we're not gonna stop learning. That don't mean that we're not gonna stop doing. When is we gonna come into our army? Okay, so the army has to get trained, right? That was the topic today. The army's got to get trained. Who's gonna train them? Cheat codes or not? You give a child, giving the cheat code to some of y'all, and not nobody on this chat. I'm just talking about people in general. You give a cheat code to some people will be like giving a monkey an AK-47. Huh? You gonna give a monkey an AK-47? You gonna give some of these humanoids, some of these wicked humanoids cheat code? What they gonna do with it? Run amok? So if you can't tell me what you gonna come into on top of everything else, because that's only part of it. What we gonna come into is only part of it. And I love the War Scrolls. The War Scrolls is great because it says that we are on par and we rocking all the nations, not just one. Imagine this. Let me paint a picture for you. War Scrolls say that we're on par, we rocking all the nations, rocking them. And guess who comes to break the tie? Mashiach does. So now you got to ask yourself, if the War Scrolls are saying this, right now we can't even rub two nickels together to save LeBron James, let alone Bill Cosby. How is we gonna get to that? Where we rocking them? No, I'm not talking about you, bro. I'm truly not talking about you. I'm truly not. But I want us to start looking at the book in its totality. I want us to start looking forward to what we got coming to us. Nobody else got coming to them what you got coming to you. You done been through the curses. I want to hear some talk. Okay, let's talk about the blessings for a second. What's up with them blessings? Father, what's up with them? Father, you promised this to us. You promised it to this people right now. We need them. We need them cheat codes. We need that land. We need all of that. We need everything that these other nations got and more. Y'all think about that? Do you discuss that with your family? Say, hey, look, fam, we gonna get them cheat codes one day. Hey, fam, you know what? The book say we gonna be blessed beyond our even understanding. We ain't want to understand it. Matter of fact, the brother said, brought out, hey, we gonna be we gonna be scared of the blessings. So I asked the question yesterday: is Israel scared to get blessed? Are you? We've been so beat down that we got that's that cowardice chip. Pull that cowardice chip out your neck or wherever it is on you. You can tell me about Deuteronomy 28 and you can't tell me what he gonna do for you? Same thing that he did for our people that he took from. He took it from them. How you have King Solomon on record, the richest man in the history of the earth that ever will be. Nobody ever gonna be able to compare to him. Was he an Israelite or was he a heathen? So now we can talk about where my head is always at. If you think that you're going to be prosperous, it's going to be what the nation give you and what you give yourself. Whether it be here in this wicked nation or the other wicked nations that we in, or whether you take that game that you develop and you take it elsewhere. It's not going to be no one-sided event. And you can't look at things one-sided. You got to look at it balanced. You can't just say, oh, yeah, the curses. Oh, but yeah, I'm scared of these blessings. Oh, yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Shh, that's a secret. We're not going to talk about the blessings. Because the gents going to get, the heathen going to get mad. Because they not getting them. No, just kidding. But really, fam, you should be able to share that with your children, with your spouse, with your aunties and uncles, whether they want to hear or forbear. And then not only that, you need to start operating in that. What do I mean by that? I'm going to say my favorite phrase, works. What is your work? Book says faith without works is dead. Does the book say that or not? Where's your work? You an Israelite? You believe in the book? You follow the law, statutes, and commandments? You understand the blessings and the curses? Okay. Where's your faith at? Book says faith without works is dead. Where's your works? Where are they? Huh? Dang, brother C, you mean. You always messing with us. Yeah, I am. Because it's time out for talking. How are you any different than Christians if you're not doing anything? Christian, you sit up in church. You wait for the sweet by and by. And pastor will lullaby you to sleep. He'll rock you to sleep. And he'll also tell you, hey, listen to me because I got all the information. I'm going to tell you, don't listen to me. Go see it in the book. Book says study to show thyself approved. To me, that means study to prove it to yourself. Don't listen to me. If I say something, make sure you run it across the book and say, oh yeah, that brother, what he said is so. Or that brother's a liar because what he said is not so. I don't care who it is. Where's your faith at, fam? Where is it? Faith in Mashiach, yep. Faith in the Father, yep. He said faith without works. Christianity, getting back on that. Christianity rock you to sleep. Talking about, oh yeah, we get the sweet by and by. We'll wait for the sweet by and by, and we'll do Subaru, abracadabra, should about a Honda, blah blah blah. Huh? And then you good money. I'm not gonna go at that yet, but we will go on that. We will go on that at some other time. But fam, come on now. Part of the kingdom is your works. When you get to the kingdom, when you get to some of y'all gonna be having servants, and some of us is gonna be having people doing stuff for us. But if you don't got things in order and you don't know what you're doing, how you going to tell them what to do? And what are you going to be doing? What are you going to be doing in the wilderness? I ask this question all the time. What are you going to be doing in the wilderness? It's already prepared for you. So now what do? Go in there, sit down and be at our rest, and we chilling, we kicking it. But we do have an army because according to the book, we're going to be fighting somebody. It's going to be hand to hand, cheat code to cheat code. Moshe threw down his and it turned into a serpent. The others threw down theirs, the magicians and the wizards threw down theirs, and theirs, plural, turned into a serpent. Moshe's come and ate theirs up. Your big brother's always riding y'all because he wants you guys to focus on doing something. What you're doing right now is going to pay dividends for the kingdom. Those skills is going to be useful in the kingdom. Those skills that you have and build is going to be useful to build the nation. It's not going to be useful to build America. America's done. It's written. Books say pour for her double. We got to drink one cup. He said pour for her double. And that's for all the nations, not just America. So I'm gonna go run to the chat now and see what you guys been saying. Notice that I haven't been putting you guys information up because I've been going on my rant and my rave as I normally do. So y'all please forgive me. I'm gonna be thrusting through some people. Hey, Yazidi, you need to get saved. You talking about thrusting somebody through. You need the zigzag, man. You need Jesus. You talking about you going to be thrusting somebody through. Come on, man. You're not saved. You're saying that. You're not saved. Yep, that's exactly what I mean. You need the zigzag man, Cesare Borgia. That's who y'all need. Y'all need to put down that book. Go get with Cesare, and he'll set you straight. He'll put you on the path. Cesare, when will the last? Hey, I'm gonna ask a question. I'll probably asked this before. I'm gonna ask again. When was the last time a heathen ever saved anybody that looked like Cesare? I'll wait, and don't count the movies, and don't give me John Brown. Don't give me none of that. I'm gonna go start dropping up some of these comments though. When was the last time a heathen ever saved anybody? That's why we seek wisdom to do the will of the Father. We've got to change our mindset now. God, change your mindset to do this. Getting on. Let me say this, fam. And never wanted to jump on YouTube or do YouTube or none of this. I've always wanted to be in the back. Always been playing the back. Always. Matter of fact, when we would be street teaching, I said, you brothers teach, I'll just read, or I'll play the background, run security, make sure that we was safe. Because when you out there on the street, when you street teaching, very dangerous. Because you're dealing with not only wicked human beings, but you're dealing with them spirits as well. And so my thing was, okay, I want to build up the young stars, build them up, but then I want to play the background. I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be heard. But a few things have happened in that. One, I said Israel's waiting on Israel. If the Father give you something, then guess what? You got to go execute that plan that he's given you. And a lot of times you can't just tell somebody something. You got to show them. Book says Israel desires a sign. And not all Israel is from Missouri, the show me state. I got to show by example what he's given me. I don't want to be in front. I don't have no desire at all to do that. Have no desire at all to teach. None. Zero. And you know why? I don't have any desire to teach or want to teach because that's a heavy responsibility. You're responsible for teaching people about the book. You're responsible for leading people right or wrong. That's heavy. That's a heavy responsibility. Book says many are called, but few are chosen. I don't want to be no teacher. That's insane. Because you got to carry that responsibility, and I don't believe that I'm responsible. So, playing the background, but at the same time, he's giving everybody keys that if you tell somebody what you're trying to do or attempting to do, they won't get it. So you have to go do it. And more than likely, fam, this is for you, fam. More than likely, your keys and your gifts and your talents are going to be something that you love to do. 99.999% of the time. Classic example. This is going to sound crazy as all get out. LeBron James gets paid a gang load of money to play basketball, something that he loves to do. Okay? You're no different than LeBron James at all. He gave you a love for something. The Father gave you something that Israel needs. Not everybody's going to be doing YouTube. Not everybody's going to be rocking the mic making songs. But we need the whole house. The whole house, not just part of it. So I say all that to say, I don't never wanted to do the YouTube. You guys may have seen me on the or heard me talking on the 400 year videos, but that was really the extent for me. I was hoping, but because I'm not trying to be out front. That's not me. So for me, as an example, what am I doing with the gifts and keys and talents that he's given me? Well, we don't tell everything that's going on YouTube because we know that we got enemies and enemies, friends, and foes like watching. But just know this, that we are doing some things, and I'll leave it at that. So if I'm doing some things, then guess who else should be doing some things? You all should be doing some things because you believe. So what, you an Israelite? What are you doing? I knew he was gonna get to that. Yo, man, he's mean. See, no, I'm not being mean. I want to encourage you and inspire you guys that you guys are great. There's nothing that can stop you. Nothing. The only thing that can stop you is you. You're the only person that can get in your way. I can't, but I can encourage you. I can say, oh yeah, you got some keys, so you need to be operating them and doing them and executing what he gave you to execute. And if you need to bounce it off somebody in your family. Bounce your keys off somebody in your family. Bounce it off against somebody that you love and trust. Matter of fact, bounce it off somebody you love and trust. Don't just bounce what your thoughts and what's inside of you off of anybody, because guess what? Somebody will tell you, oh yeah, you know what? No, that's not a good idea, brother. You shouldn't do that because they won't let us do that. They won't let us do what? What are you talking about? They won't let us. We can rewind back. Okay. I believe the Father, I believe him at his word because I believe the book. So if I believe the book, guess what? They can't stop me from doing anything. Now, we're no longer under the curses. So guess what? They really can't stop me from doing anything now. All bets are off. I could do whatever I want. Whatever I imagine, I can do it. With the idea that whatever I imagine is going to be for the nation of Israel. Everything that I do, all my thoughts are to build this nation. That's what my thoughts are. He says, gather thyself. Did he not say that? Y'all forgive me. I'm not putting stuff up in the stop sharing my screen. I'm not putting stuff up because I want you guys to get it. If this is kingdom conversation, we're having a conversation. I know the chat's on fire. I haven't even been looking at the chat. I haven't been looking at it. You know why I haven't been looking at it? Because I want you guys to get it in your spirit person. Yes, Father, I have faith in what you're saying. I believe that we, the people of the book, I need to get busy. Because if I don't, I'm really no different than a Christian. I'm keeping your law, statutes, and commandments because I love you, Father. I love you. I do, and I trust you. And I'm going to take you at your word. Book says, 2 or more gathered in my name, there I'll be in the midst. Try this. Please try this. Do an experiment. Get together with someone and have a conversation with them about someone that you love and trust, about one of your intellectual properties that the Father's given you, that you may be potentially wanting to rock out with this person, and watch what happens. It's going to blow your mind, the flow of information that you're going to get to be able to execute that. Do you think that he would not give you an intellectual property and not give you the information to execute that intellectual property, that IP? That's what we call them. We call them IPs. Think he's not going to give you all the game and wisdom and knowledge, especially this day? The race is already over. You've already won. Remember that race I'm always talking about, where it's a 100-yard dash and the other nations have been running? They were at the 95-yard line. And it's 100 yards. They had a 95-yard head start, and guess what? Bam! We done already won. But we running around not acting like we won. We acting in that song. Man, I should play that song again. Because we running around not even believing what the book says. The more sure word that we got in there. Huh? How come? So that's why I'm pressing on you guys like a broken record. You guys gonna get tired of you, and you guys are gonna say, man, I'm tired of this brother talking about that. Man, he worrying me with this. Stop worrying me with this. Okay, so now we got jokes in the chat. I'm gonna go to the chat for a minute. Okay, because they don't season their food. You're going to have to teach them before they cook. You're going to have to teach them, well, I like to have this kind of seasoning in this, if you cook in this, and I like to have this kind of seasoning in that. Then they may be able to halfway do it. Man, I'm tired of this brother worrying me with this. Exactly. Brother, see, you worrying us. Why you worried about what we doing? Because I love you. That's why, fam. I do. I love my people so that we are the greatest people on the globe. And the Father put us on the bottom where everybody can stand over the top of us and look down on us. And now he's reviving us, and he's reviving you. And so that's where we should be walking. We should be walking in that. We should be walking in the blessings and looking forward to them. Why not? Why not us? We in that time, right? We believe this to be that time. So what, you're an Israelite, how are you different from the Christian? How are you different from anybody else? Take away the law, statutes, commandments. Take away what he promised. How are you different? Christians never executed on faith. They executed on that 10% tithe. They thought that tithe was going to be the way that they was going to prosper. Oh yeah, if I give, okay, let me see if I got this right. You mean to tell me if I give you 1,000 that I'm going to get 100 times that? Pressed down, shaken, and all of that? So that means I'm going to get 100 grand. I'm going to get 100 racks if I give you 1,000. Ask Evander Holyfield what it got him. He giving that church that he was with 10%. Where he at now? Huh? I'm gonna give this dude in a suit with gators 10% of my winnings and earnings. 10%. And the government already gonna take a third. Some of it he gonna take, some of y'all he gonna take half, depending on what tax bracket you in. Really? I'm gonna give you that. 10%. You must be out of your rabbit mind. Man, you get nothing. 10%. You should be giving me 10% for showing up here. They got it backwards. You should be giving me 10. Family. I heard a rumor. I heard a rumor that the Christian church has done, the black Christian church has done more for anybody than anything. Well, here's something that I never understood about the black Christian church is this. How come they took in all that money? How come they never took some of that money and invested in the youth and taught the youth how to build businesses so that they can be enterprising and have that entrepreneurial mindset or spirit? How come they never taught us that we should be exchanging our dollars in our neighborhood? And I know it wasn't time because it didn't matter no matter what we did because we wasn't keeping the law, statute, commandments, and we were still under the curses. So it really didn't matter. It wasn't going to succeed anyway. But what about now? Do you really believe now that if you start doing something with the mindset that, okay, what I'm building up for is I'm building up because I have faith. I'm building what I'm building for the nation, not for Brother C, for the nation, not for Brother E, but for the nation. And when we do leave, we're going to be able to not only set up shop, but we'll be ahead of the curve. There's going to be some people that get to the wilderness. It's all prepared for you. You're going to be ahead of the curve. Why? Because you're just not sitting around waiting, asking the question, what's next? And I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret. You know how you can find out what's next? Go read the book of Exodus again. Then you should be able to tell me. I saw that today. It blew my brains out. Sister gave that away earlier. I'm gonna give it away now. Go read it. I dare you to go read it. Because then you would really be like, hey, you know what? Psst, wow. Book says nothing new under the sun. This whole thing is playing out verbatim all over again. They've had the same playbook that they've been executing. But now they're at the fearful part for them because it's the end of their construct. And because it's the end of their construct, they say, what's next? Well, you take next. Take it. Does the book say we shall take the kingdom? I'm asking. I don't know. I'm an atheist. Y'all tell me. It's by adding unnecessary ingredients, raisins, and oh man, y'all talking about food. Yeah, they do. They do go sideways with their cooking. That's for real, for real. You guys notice that the heathen, everything, whether it's words or whatever, but now they've gotten cooler because they really been studying y'all, so they definitely use your vernacular. But a lot of their words and phrases used to be flipped, where it would be the opposite of what we say, and that was by design. That's what the black churches should have been doing, creating skill centers, daycare, communities, living, and more. Yep, that's right. That's absolutely correct. I mean, you could calculate what the black church took in, and just on that alone, just for 1 year, in the hands of the right people, that would have created a machine. But guess what? I'm here to tell you this, that with the people that's in this chat and the people that's watching and listening in, friend or foe alike, there's enough of us here to build something, to build an engine that's unstoppable for our people. I believe that with all my spirit. And I'm not going to move off of that. Because I read some of the comments and I know the minds of men. I know the minds of these men and women. I know it. And it's about the book. I see the emails that come through. I see how folks is talking in the chat. I know what we're capable of. There's enough intellectual property in this room to take over, in this chat right now, to take over the whole earth. Do you believe that, Brother C? Yes, I do. I totally believe it. I'm going to say it again. There's enough intellectual property right now in this chat room to take over the whole earth. I'm gonna break for a minute, y'all. I'm trying to figure out I need to put some groovy tunes on, cause y'all go subscribe to that brother channel. That music that I found, and any of you other Israelites that make music, y'all please send it to Brother E or send it to us so that we can include it in and mix it in. Because I'm a equal opportunity. I love equal opportunity music. I'll say that. In other words, I'm not partial to any particular genre when it comes to music. I will say this though. I'm the old head that says, you hear the phrase, get off my lawn. I'm that dude when it comes to music, right? So for me, the young stars can't do it, but that's not necessarily true. But the young stars rap, the old school rap is better than this new mumbo jumbo, skip to my loo stuff. That's not necessarily true, but that's where I am. I stop at a certain point where I stopped listening to it, but I was always listening to jazz and everything else. So, but if you got some good music and you want us to rock it out when we do breaks or whatever, then send it to us. Send it to Brother E. I think a lot of people been communicating with him and sending music to him. I'm going to take a break, but my question is, do I want to play some music? And I think I am. I'm going to find some jazz to play. It's from somewhere. I need to get on the website where I can find this. Got something right quick. So y'all just bear with me for a second. But family, tell me right now, am I off for to keep coming at you guys? Because I'm coming at you, and the reason why I'm coming at you is to get you to think and to look in the mirror like I have to look in the mirror. I have to look in the mirror and I have to say, okay, Father, I don't want to be that dude that you gave that one talent and he hid it and then he got thrown head first where there's weeping and gnashing of teeth. And that's what the books say. I don't want to be that dude. Standing before him and he go say, man, I gave you, Brother C, I gave you so much game. Why you waste it? And I'll be like, blah, 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 blah. Huh? He asked you a simple question. Why did you waste it? You wasted it, Brother C. So let me put the stream in the chat. Anybody want to join in? You guys are more than welcome. Or if not, we can go sideways and close out too, because we've been on an hour, 25 minutes. I said I was going to get some music, so let me find something right quick, because I do need to break for a minute. Should have been prepared, right? Should have been prepared. Here we go. Nope. Woo, that's hot. Too loud on me. All right, fam, you allow my brothers back. And what I'm going to do, what is the artist playing right now? That was Nick Coleon, brother. Just Let It Be, I believe. That's who that was. I believe that's who that was. If I got the wrong, if I gave you the wrong information, I'll get back with that. But I believe that's Nick Coleon, Just Let It Be. I'm signing off, fam. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, brother. See you later. Be well. Hey, Donovan Ben Judah, don't hurt nobody, man. Be safe. Let's get to the comments. Brother Sadiq, unmute your mic. What's on your mind, brother?
Oh, nothing, man. I was just listening to what you saying, man, just taking in the meat of the word, brother. It's very thought provoking. I said you must gonna be a governor. Governor.
Excuse me? I didn't catch that last part. What you say, bro?
I said I was just listening, just marinating on your word. I said you must gonna be a governor.
Okay, no. You wouldn't want that crook to be a governor.
Hey, listen.
That's for sure, for sure. No, no way. The thing is, bro, and you know, because I know you the same way. I want to see my people on top. I want to see my people rise above and beyond what they thought there was. And the only way that we know the formula. We just got to execute it. We know the formula. We know, and it's in that book. And you can't get around that. We done tried everything. We done tried everything but the book.
Yeah, that's
Christianity told us not to do the book. Christianity said, "Oh, you don't need them law, statutes, and commandments." Matter of fact, that was a ploy from the heathen. They told you, "Oh, you don't need that. You don't need that book. You can just do Christianity. You can do just say this prayer, and then on certain days you can go scuba da baba, Subaru, Subaru, and then you're good."
yeah, right.
You good money if you go scuba da baba, blah, blah, blah. And not to mention you're not even doing what the book say. Who interpreted what you just said?
Yeah, right.
Where the one interpreter at? What did you say? You gonna tell me scuba da baba? Okay, what do that mean? And how is that edifying for the people?
It means angels from Africa.
Oh, okay. Okay, you just went at that one heathen. Brother E, what's happening, man? How you doing?
And you're gonna have to interpret that.
Hey man, I'm not supposed to interpret it. I just came with the word. That's up to you to interpret, bro.
Look, I guess depending on where you are is different. Down here is something about a Honda or something. Depending on where you are, I guess it's different. But
I heard that one too. Should have bought a Honda. Should have bought a Honda. Blah, blah, blah.
yeah,
I say scuba da bada. I say abracadabra. You saying the same thing. Who you calling? Because here's the thing. You don't even know who you really calling when you're saying that.
Mm.
no, you don't.
Me? Oh man, I'm doing excellent. I'm with the fam, talking to the family, trying to and fam, I'm not gonna come down on y'all all the time. It's not gonna be all of that because next week we're gonna shift gears and we probably gonna I got a guest lined up potentially. He said he gonna come on and we're gonna rock out like that. It's not gonna be just coming at y'all. And I'm not gonna come at y'all every kingdom conversation, but I am going to ask for progress reports to see how everybody doing with their work. I am going to ask that at some point.
Amen.
You brought up a good point too about how people believe in the book. You know, I think that's profound because when you talk about cheat codes, I believe that the first and most important cheat code we could have within us is a heart of repentance and a heart to seek the Most High. That's what Abraham had. So, you know, that's profound within itself because it sounds so basic, you know. But then when you look at how everything's been complicated, you know, it seems far-fetched to most, but that's just my view on it. That's how everything started, you know.
And I asked the question, do we really believe? And it's rhetorical in a way, but if somebody was to ask you the question, do you really believe? I know you do, and I know the people on the channel, but do we really believe in what the books say? We truly, really, really, really believe? Or are we like, okay, I'm gonna believe this, and now you sound like a Christian. I'm gonna believe this part, but I'm not gonna believe that.
But that's the thing. We we believe what the Gentiles told us to believe. And what they told us was, don't read it, just believe what I tell you. Got us all over the place.
And you know who, I'm gonna tell you who I blame for that. I'm gonna blame our ancestors for disobeying the Most High, because I don't even fully understand what was really done to us. I'm gonna admit that right now. I don't really fully understand that.
Mm.
I don't, man, because it's like we got put in it's like taking a human being, putting them in a blender, and then pouring out the blender and say, okay, there you go. Now this is the human being that's left. Well, you got a
Right.
human being that's all over the place. How you gonna form that human being? And I guess I could relate it to where the dry bones come together. Where the question was asked, can these dry bones live?
Yeah. Because it's like dang, I lost my thought that quick. Somebody, I was I had commented on another thing over, and somebody said, "My God, y'all should deck it," and messed my thinking up. But what did I say? But yeah, because okay, there was this Senator Barry. I remember reading his quotes, and he said, in as much, and that's my last name, in as much as far as best as we could, we have reduced the Negro to the mind of a beast. You know what I mean? Or to the level of a beast. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's what happened. That's what they were trying to do throughout all of this. They were working to bring us down mentally to the level of beast. It just didn't work for everyone. But
And that's
yeah, a beast is something you can train.
and what do they call us? They call us monkeys, apes.
Mm,
There's a religious sect of theirs that believes they're the Israelites, and they call us beasts of the field.
mm.
They call us beasts. So what you're saying is it's not far fetched. It's actually how they truly believe and what they really think about us.
Right, right. That, and they think about us as like little children. That's why they always got to be spying on us to see what we're doing. And like I'll go out, I'll be working or something, and they're always, now you see me working, and then you're gonna ask me, what am I doing? I'm working.
That probably happens to you probably 20 times in the run of an 8-hour day.
It used to, I ain't worked in about damn near a year now. So, but
Oh,
when I go back, it'll probably happen again. I took me a long, long break, and now it seems like when I try to get in, everything happens. I had one job call me up, beg me to come in, and then tell me, "Oh, you didn't get our email. We was talking about February." I said, "You know what, Father, you must got me chilling." So, and that's what I'm doing. Ain't nothing. I ain't hurting. So, and it gives me more time to do what I do. You said, what do you like to do? And what I like to do, what I've always wanted to do is I've always just read and studied his word, and I like to bring it forth. You know, I like bringing his word forth to people. And that was like when I was maybe 7, 8, 9 years old. They used to come to the school and ask everybody, what do you want to do? People like, I want to be a fireman. I want to be a cop. You know what I mean? And I was the one who I couldn't say nothing because I wanted to be a preacher.
okay, so let me ask this question there, fam.
Mm-hmm.
Since that's what's in your heart, and that's awesome that you said that. Because the question that I have is this: do we owe you 10%?
Well, as long as we in captivity, you owe me nothing. But when the Most High separate us by tribes, then we'll see who owes who what. But other than that, I'll leave it right there.
That's all right. Hey, but listen, so if that's the work that's one of the works that you have in front of you, then it's up to your brothers here and everybody to support that, right? Because really that's what Salt of the Earth is all about.
Yeah,
Is
that's
for
true.
our people and uplifting our people and ultimately putting our peoples in different places so that we can do things and not just talk about it, just be about it and do it. You know,
Amen.
I don't, your brother Cleo has zero desires to be up front, has zero desire to do anything like that
Hey, you know
at
what? But
all.
the funny thing is, that's what he that's what he made me to be, because I'm the one who I don't have no desire to be up front. I was always
Hmm.
pulled up front. I don't have that desire. I
Mhm.
mean, I do it by, like, when I work, everybody I meet, all the brethren, I go and give them the good news. Or people come to the house. If you're a brother, you're gonna get the good news. If I get
That's
around my family, you're gonna get the good news. Uh, I'm about to bring out some good news. I think maybe tomorrow, Friday, sometime, and post it. That's how I do it, and it's not the reward is, hopefully, our people will get it and we'll have unity, because it's about just building our nation. To me, it's about building the nation.
yes. Yes, yes. Sound like brother, you got a heart for your people, which I already knew that, and hopefully we're giving you enough leeway and latitude here with you working with E and the other brothers that you're able to use your voice and Israel's able to hear you.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. It's not even something I ever be looking forward to, but I want to say I love all the family out there. Everybody, y'all my family. Boom, Bull, Smitty, everybody. Salt to the earth. It's like I found a new family, a new home. And it's wonderful.
My prayer is that no matter where we go and what we do, that we keep this family attitude and that we're able to move forward as a family,
Yes,
not um, just brother E becoming a billionaire and him getting down doing this thing. That we all help each other out and we all build each other up.
yes, exactly.
That's what it's about. Fam, I put the link in there, Smitty, Hal.
Mhm.
Any of you brothers want to jump in and chime in? E, if you got something that you want to lace the family up, lace our boots up, get our boots tight, so that when we marching, sisters, if you want to jump on, you're more than welcome to jump on too. Not just men. We want to hear from the men and the women because our sisters have something to say as well. That's what our channel is about. We want to hear from the people, hear what they got to say. Because believe it or not, I think I get too long winded, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm
Seeing,
just blessed to be a part of the fellowship, man. I ain't gonna really say much tonight. I ran my mouth enough earlier. I'm
yeah,
just
but you have when you get old, man. I'll be like, man, I'll be on pins and needles because my energy level be like, my energy level be. I be getting hyped, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
man.
Um, And I think I texted you that one time when you was going on. I'm like, man, my energy. I'm feel like, man, I go out conquer. I go
Yeah,
conquer the earth.
yeah. I saw that too, that message, I'm grateful, man, for I'm just like Brother Yash, because the platform, was opened up to me just like it's opened up to everybody else, so I'm just glad to be able to help my people, man. I hope what we do is helpful, That's my hope.
If nothing else, they gonna say, hey, you know what? when we came on the salt of the earth, them brothers just about loving their people. That's it. It's nothing else. Because that's the missing component with our family. That's it. It's missing, and we need to get back. And here's the great thing: it starts with us right here, this small group. It starts with a small group, then it's gonna permeate, get bigger. It's gonna permeate, get bigger, just like the awakening. I see it. I see it in my mind's eye. I see it because he is doing such a mighty work right now on everybody, on me. And I'm not a finished product, but man, it's a blessing to be a part of this family and the people that come in and them showing love and we reciprocating that love. And it's not fake.
Yeah.
It's not fake. As long as I've been known E know that he could call me or text me. I'm very bad with keeping in contact, but he know that he can call me or text me and I'll respond as quickly as I can. And it's just like I'm responding to one of my younger brothers, one of my younger blood brothers. Because this transcends blood. It's deeper than that. Somebody say they can't cop. Brother Hal, how you doing, man? What's good?
Yeah, all good, brothers. I just came on to say one thing. Brother E told me earlier, Brother Cleo, that you were changing the Salt of the Earth logo for the holidays to a Christmas tree. Is that true?
I plead the fifth. See, because here's the thing. I'm not going to speak against my brother on the open air, so I'll plead the fifth.
No, I said it's gonna be an Easter tree.
Hey, but listen. I'm gonna plead the fifth. But when we get off this live stream, we can have a communication. I'll answer you that then. we gonna put up Easter trees and Christmas eggs. Oh God. Oh my goodness. You out of control for that one, bro. I'm gonna get you back tomorrow morning though, on the morning show tomorrow. I'm gonna get you. I'm about to come up with something special though.
I gotta get Hal back for that pork and shrimp.
Oh man.
Look, that's crazy, man.
Hey, E, is that you with the fa la 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 na?
Nah, I think that's Brother Bunyan.
Is that Brian? Hey, brother Banya, how you doing, man? Hope all is well, brother. Hope you're doing well, man. If that's you. But nah, listen, fam. Your brother's got jokes. That's amazing. Hey, so yeah, the Christmas tree and things of that nature. Yeah, we celebrate that. We celebrate Halloween too. If you believe that. We're gonna celebrate Halloween next week.
Oh my gosh. Yo, I'm just saying, like I'm at home, right? Looking, I can see out my window, right? I can see all the like apartments like next door and all the buildings, and the lights are really starting to go up. So that just came to my mind how crazy it is, how incredibly festive and wicked it gets at this time of year. So that's why I had to make that joke.
You know what the sad part in that and all of that is that the Christian church, the Black Christian church, told us that was okay.
Exactly.
And a lot of our people can't come out of it. Who was that said this earlier? Was I listening to Salt of the Earth? No, I was talking to Gadar, and we was talking about that spirit. And he was having a discussion with somebody, and he said, "Well, is that because you don't like me talking about this holiday so bad? Is it because you have a spirit of lust for this holiday?" And I had to sit back and think about that for a second. I'm like, what kind of spirit and mindset that you have to be under to really continue to do these things when these not our practices, and we know that. And I'm not gonna point out a particular elder that calls himself Elder such and such, but when I listen to this brother, I'm like, brother, you leading our people down the path of doom by telling them it's okay to do those things that they ought not. And that's book.
Hey, the last the last sermon I preached in the church was against Christmas, and I had took it, and the Most High had me bring down because I was trying to, I wasn't a Hebrew Christian, never, but I was in the church, knowing the truth, waiting for the day when the Most High told me to leave, and while I was in there, I was trying to bring them to the truth, I guess, in a way that they could understand, try to inch their way into the truth. But the last sermon I preached was against Christmas, and I used the precepts of the order of the the order of the precepts. I mean, not said the order of the precepts, the order of the service, not the course of Abaya, where they would come and every priest had their ministry. You do your service for about a month for this course, and then it was the next one's up. The next one's up, and I was using that to time the Messiah's birth, and I brung out all this information. And when I was done, they do a wrap up of the service and do the summary, and they couldn't deny all the info. So the only thing they could say was, well, I don't care what the scripture says. I'm going to do this anyway. And the Most High told me that. So he said, now you can shake the dust off your feet. And I left and never came back. But that astounded me because I brung forth so many scriptures. I had them sitting in there for about an hour just listening to nothing but precept upon precept, where they couldn't get away. I took it from the scripture level to the common sense level. And at the end of the day, all the ministers except for the head bishop, the head pastor, he agreed with it, but his wife came up and followed up, and her son and everybody else came and made reasons to keep these filthy holidays. So, that's why the next thing I'm going to write is something to touch their hearts. When I write to the Christians to get them to see that, this behavior is what keeps us bound. It keeps the Most High against us. And that's why I heard a brother say Christianity is the highest form of witchcraft. And I've thought about it, and that he's exactly right. Look how many people are bound to it. Look, if you got a whole nation of the Most High's chosen people locked in, there's no other greater power than that. And because of that, that's where all our other problems flow from. But at the head of it is Christianity.
Man, y'all know ain't no chimneys in the ghetto.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna say this. Hey, what's up, brother Bonnie? How you doing, brother? Go ahead and speak your piece, bro. Hope all is well.
Hold on, man. I haven't got outside yet. I'll be right with you in a moment.
Okay. Hey, before you
Just
speak,
continue
listen,
on.
fam. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
No, I was just saying you can continue on, bro, because I'm making my way outside now.
Okay. I wanna say this. I used to always write letters to Satan Claus and put them in the mailbox. I never got a dang thing from him. I always never got that bike I was always asking about. Can I get that bike's a Satan Claus? Putting stamps on it, putting it in the mailbox and everything. He's not coming. He's not
I never
coming.
believed that stuff. I never believed that stuff in the first place. Like my family, as far as my grandmother who raised me, I always knew she was the one getting the gifts for me, you know. as far as that, it was all about the present. Hold on for 1 second.
It's funny, but my mom, she used to do this, and I don't think any of us ever believed it. We was always looking for as long as I could remember. We was always around that time. We used to always just know we was gonna get some gifts, and it was more like I guess, an Easter egg hunt, the Easter gift hunt. So we was hunting for them until one day she just said, "Listen, y'all don't believe, y'all ain't gonna never believe. So I'm just gonna I'm just gonna put it out there, and y'all go and get them. Y'all just better not touch them until Christmas."
It's funny when I was a kid, like my mom and all my friends, parents, and they never pushed the Santa Claus thing, but it was really important. Number one, to put lights at the window or over the house. Number two, the other important thing was to have a Christmas tree in the house. And number three was the more presents that you had under the tree, the better. So even if you had to wrap up some empty boxes and put them under the tree to make people think that you had a lot of presents under there, that's what it was all about. So even back then for me, there was never any, like, Christmas was, for a kid, was just about getting things. It wasn't about recognizing anything else. What a demonic holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
You know what's interesting about the holidays? I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, have y'all heard anything about Mrs. Claus dying?
What she got?
Oh,
I was gonna say, you know what that you know how we was partaking in that? Hold on for 1 second. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. You good?
Look,
brother T in there causing problems. Go ahead.
Santa Claus used to have a wife, right? Either
That's
she
what they
died
say.
or they split up, because Santa Claus is gay now.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Santa Claus came out.
Can I be heard?
Oh,
You guys hear me?
yo,
wow.
stop playing. Seriously?
Wow.
Santa Claus is old, gay, and skinny.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you, bro.
Hello?
We hear you loud and clear, bro. Can you hear us?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Bro, you there? Here's what I wanted to say about the holidays. Have you noticed, at least in my life, that once you're off from under the stress of celebrating these things, the stress of them and everything goes away that's associated with them?
Yeah.
I'm not stressed out about trying to buy 500,000 people gifts that don't really care about me no way. It's
Absolutely.
liberating.
Yep. Absolutely.
Santa Claus just, man, I don't know, man.
Well, to me, he a weirdo pedophile. I'm just keeping it real. He's a weirdo pedophile, because why you got to be how come a children can't just walk up to you, stand in front of you and say, because you're not going to give them the stuff that they're asking you for anyway. The best that they'll get is a candy cane, and that's it. Okay, so why you have to sit this child on your lap? How come you can't just talk to the child face to face and say, okay, yeah, you want that? Okay. Have you been naughty or nice? Okay, now keep it moving.
I think it's really blatant now, man. I just saw something that was just weird, man. All the way weird, bro.
Yeah, like I say, you're a weirdo, man. That dude is a weirdo. Man, I'm not sitting on your lap because, number one, you're not going to give me nothing. You never gave me nothing.
Man.
Got nothing from you ever in life. Ever. But anyway, we're gonna move off of them. Hey, so check this out. Now I'm not gonna get out of the way because I don't want y'all to be mad at me. So we're not even gonna go there. So as far as the family moving forward, do y'all really believe that? I know that y'all believe that we the Israelites, and you guys have already put up ones to everything that I asked, but am I out of my mind in saying that the people that's in this chat, we got enough intellectual property to take over the earth, or am I just have I lost my mind?
Nah, you right, brother. I mean, what it is you're right. We probably weren't aware of it, and the Most High put it in your heart to bring it out, letting you know, listen, y'all have nothing to worry about, because even if y'all just come together as a group, like the government can shut down around y'all, and y'all can connect. I've created a way for y'all to connect that y'all can support a whole community amongst yourselves.
Mm. Mm.
You know, you only speaking in the spirit, brother, because when you were speaking it, I mean, that's why we be doing our thing in the chat, but we be more attentive. That's why we took our time before we came in. We let the Most High say everything that he was going to say through you to us, so that we could receive it, because it's some powerful things, man. And you started off powerful with the Deuteronomy verse, telling us about that. I went up to Deuteronomy 30, but either way,
Deuteronomy 30, man, is bomb. The whole book
it,
is bomb. I'm
it,
not gonna
it,
lie, brother Bunny. Where you at, man? You still there, bro? The whole book is bomb, and it's our book. That's the cold part. That's our book. It's ours. It's not theirs. They stole it. The Romans, the Grecians, the Arabs,
everything.
Amorites. Go ahead, bro.
But yeah, and the book is our power. You know, that's our secret. But when you go through Christianity, they only give you a bunch of slogans and jingles and key words to go by, and that's only enough to sustain you through the week. They only give you enough to sustain you from Monday to Friday. And
The
really,
brother said jingles.
the rest of the week you go through hell just to get there to hear the same thing again to get you back. It's just a motivational. It's just your weekly motivational speech, you know. And you have some people going up there, and some people took it a little far. You know, I mean, like I used to fast and pray and do all that other stuff, and but on the most part, they claim Christianity and they don't even believe that themselves.
I don't believe. I don't. Okay. Here's what I think to that. I don't believe they believe that or the book.
Exactly.
You can't believe it. You can't. Okay. Not even going off the tenets of Christianity, because Christianity has no tenets on what their rules and regulations are, what their go by is, because they don't love the Father. It's obvious. But here's the thing: if you even went by their phony code of ethics, because they don't have any.
Right.
If you went by their code of ethics, then why did you do transatlantics?
But see, that's that where they hold themselves not guilty part.
Oh, okay. All right. So then they fulfill prophecy then.
They fulfill prophecy and deny it all at the same time.
So and is that why that they want to get raptured up out of here? They want the great escape, like a Charlie Brown Christmas or
It's
Charlie
called
Brown Thanksgiving.
it's called having your cake and eating it too. You know, they want the cake and they want to eat it. They want to enjoy the blessings now, knowing that listen, and this is the sad part. They want to enjoy the blessings, knowing that we have the curses, and rapture themselves up out of here and continue on the blessings with maybe one or two of us up there to service them while they're being blessed.
Wow.
And while we wait on the sweet by and by, we got to keep waiting. But they get to get blessed here and in the after, huh? Does that seem just? Now, what I'll say is just is what we went through. That was just because we dropped the ball. He said he wasn't dealing with nobody else.
Exactly. That's how we know he loves us, by what we went through. We had to go through this whipping. You know what I mean? Since AD 70 to now, we had to go through this continuous butt whipping. And
Man,
now it's their turn. You know what I mean?
man.
We went through ours. They got to at least do 1,000.
Hey, man. He said pour for her double. So
Mhm.
that's a heavy thing. I want to start reading these comments. Yeah, what y'all think about this comment? Always talking about come out this week for a special move of God. Yeah, they always saying that like the Father really dealing with him. And I watch. Listen, I watch heathen Christianity for entertainment now. I'll scroll through and then you have these people talking about they heard from the Father. Really? And he told you that he told you this blessing that America's gonna be blessed. Really, this, that, and third. Really? Huh. Okay. That's what you say, but that's not book.
Yeah, I seen this. I just seen it. I didn't look at it, but I seen this black preacher face. All I seen underneath it, with a pray for America. Man, listen, I'm praying against America.
Yep.
You know, and all the heathen nations.
Yep. Every one of them that has something to do with my people going in transatlantics in 70 AD, before, after, all the kingdoms that was over us, that was prophesied, all of them need to get it.
Exactly. They they must get it. You know what I mean? The double. And actually, it's not even double because he said double her double.
That's right.
They get the true quadruple whipping.
Check this comment out from Brother T. I want y'all to comment on this because this is a something.
Mm-mm-mm.
Read that.
And overlooked us, and we are the keys that unlock the scriptures. And that's what I be saying. I
Hmm.
tell them, I get on there and tell them, you heathens have no right trying to preach to us out of our word. My favorite thing is after I'm done, I tell them, get it right. You know, they don't even have the proper order. I said, we go to the Most High through the Messiah. They got to come to us through us. That's the order.
You know what, Brother T? I'm gonna say this. I believe that we the key to unlocking a lot of stuff because we done unlocked a lot of this so-called technology that they think that they got, whether it be pre-flood or even now. That was us putting in the intellectual prowess to build these things. But I believe that we unlocked the scripture, not only the scripture, but all the cheat codes is unlocked with us too.
It says the whole creation is groaning in travail waiting for the manifestations of us. So we have creation waiting for us. The ground underneath your feet is waiting for the rest of us to get it together so that the world could be something.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, brothers, earlier on, and brother Eric, I hate to put you on the spot right now, but you said something that I thought was so key at the beginning of this conversation. When Brother Cleo was first asking the question, you are an Israelite, so what? You know, how are you different? You said something about the spirit of truth. Do you remember what you said? And can you expand on that? Sorry to put you on the spot, bro.
No, I was saying that the spirit of truth is what separates us because the fact that we are Israel and we know that we Israel, that's a divine revelation. That's something that the Most High opened us up to, but it's not something that the world has accepted. You have people around the world that know it, but it's still a secret. So It's through the spirit of truth that separates us from the rest of the nations, because that's what they lack. They lack the truth. And so that kind of ties into what Brother T was probably saying about the scripture. We the key to unlocking it.
Gotcha. And I was kind of, from his comment that Brother Cleo just put on the screen, I was kind of relating it to what you said earlier. You brought it back to mind. Good word, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, because
I'm glad you brought that back, Hal, because I said we was gonna circle back and hear that directly from Brother E's own mouth. And here's the thing, fam. And this is what I love most about the fellowship and us coming together, is the fact that everybody has something to bring and we all build on each other. I'm gonna tell you up front, your brother Cleo don't know it all. I don't profess to be no scholar or nothing like that. I'm still learning. And guess what? I'm gonna let y'all in on a secret. That's what I asked him for when I was young. I said, you know what? I heard the phrase, I think I was about 16. I heard the phrase, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So I want to be continuing to learn. I want to learn all my life. I don't ever want to come to a point where I say I arrived, right? So we all sharpening each other. And that's why I appreciate you brothers. You guys not playing with this book. I want to go back to this brother comment right here though. Jabroni, hey shalom, brother. Hope you're well. Any one of those heathens trying to cling to me, there's going to be a serious problem. Hey man, you know what? I'm gonna say this, Jabroni, you need to get saved. You're not saved. You need to get saved, so that you can love your heathen brothers and love them the right way, because they didn't do nothing to you. You didn't go through slavery. You didn't go through none of that. So you need to get saved.
But let me ask you brothers on the panel just a quick question. So what does that really mean to you? What does it really mean when the word says that the heathens need to cling to Israel? What did that mean to you at the moment right now? How does somebody who is not an Israelite, a non-Israelite, who wants to survive, who wants to be saved, how do they cling to us right now? Is that possible right now?
well, to take it back where Brother Cleo said, well, who got to pay you your tithes? They can all line up and give me their 10% for one. Well, nah, for what they did, they owe me at least half. And then look, they gotta humble themselves. And that's their biggest issue. And the Most High knows it. That's the one, they gotta do the one thing that they can't. They're like the rich man whom the Messiah said, he said, what must I do to be saved? He told him, keep the commandments. He said, I've done all this from my youth. And they think they've done it all being, upholding their Christian faith, even though they haven't. But he told them, well, if you will be perfect, take all that you have and sell it and give it to the poor. And then you have everlasting life. That's what they must do. And that's why he said, when we leave here, we're going to leave here with great substance. They have a bill to pay. They got to take all that they have and give it unto us. They won't do it, and the Most High is going to force them to do it. That's it right there. That's the only thing that they can do. I was being light with the 10%, and it just veered into the truth. Brother E, Brother Clear.
Somebody,
Oh,
I'm gonna go to Isaiah 14:1. And in Isaiah 14:1, if you guys have your sacred scrolls, pull that up. For the Most High will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. So if I read that verse, I have to go to the definition of what cleave means, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to dictionary.com and I'm going to look up the term cleave, because in there you're probably going to have your answer. So let me type in the word cleave. And I'm doing this in real time, fam. So the word cleave in dictionary.com means use without object, cleaved, archaic, clave, cleave, cleaving, to adhere closely, stick, clean, usually followed by to, and to remain faithful. So, according to the verse that I just read, if they are to stick closely to us, and probably would be included in that, is learn the ways of the Father through us, definition 2 says to remain faithful. Definition 1 says to adhere closely. Adhere closely to what? Adhere closely to what we've taught them concerning the law, statutes, and commandments. That will be my answer to that.
All right, great answer, Yashadag and Brother Cleo. Brother E.
yeah, I would agree with brother Cleo looking at that definition, but it's strange because when you look at another definition of that term, I'm looking at it now, it says to split or sever something. This is the verb tense. To split, split open, crack open, lay open, divide, sever, splinter, cut up, hew, hack, chop up, slice up, halve, bisect, quarter, so forth and so on. And it goes into the other definition, the other cleave, meaning to adhere to, stick to, also harks back to a Germanic root, which is what Brother Cleo read. So I'm seeing both in the sense of, in order for them to be saved, they're going to have to cleave, meaning they're going to have to surrender, but there's still going to be a separation or a division, so to speak. Although they're cleaving to us, they're cleaving to us for the purpose of being spared from the judgment that's meant for them. And so that's kind of how I'm seeing it.
Gotcha. All great answers, brothers. Thank you. I was just thinking about that for a moment because I'll be honest, I don't care. But I don't care. But
you need to get saved. You need Jesus.
Brother Cleo, you're rubbing off on me too much, man. That's the problem, bro.
Hey, you sounded just like me when you said that, bro.
Exactly. But it's true. I really don't care, and I can't say that I don't feel kind of bad for not caring. But here's the thing that kind of struck me when I went back and I looked at the covenant, and when Yah is laying out the covenant, he mentions the strangers in the covenant. And so as much as I don't care, I think I have to accept at some level that if we are to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yah, then we have no choice other than to be a light. Even if we don't want to, even if we don't care, we are going to be a light to those strangers, those ethnic Gentiles, those heathen who, for whatever reason, Yah has called to himself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I did a presentation on that, actually dealing with the light to the Gentiles, you know, because prophecy actually tells how that's going to happen, you know. But I agree with that
Yeah,
in
yeah.
terms
So
of us being a light, meaning that it says that the Gentiles shall come to thy light, you know.
yes, 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 exactly. Exactly. It talks about, us being a light to them, and it doesn't. I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong, brothers, but I don't think that it necessarily means us bringing them anywhere. I think what it means is them seeing us and them saying, "Hey, in order for me to be a part of that, I have to do what they do to worship their Elohim." I don't think. I think from a Christian perspective, I know this was my thought before. I felt like we almost got to evangelize to the people who abused us and enslaved us, and that's not what I think the word is saying by being a light to them. I think what it's saying again is just us following the law, statutes, and commandments, and them seeing it and seeing that we are being blessed and seeing all of that, and those who are called by Yah of the heathen coming to us and cleaving to us based on what they see, not on us going and evangelizing to those people.
Hey, brother C, let me share my screen on that.
Oh, you
I
go
think
ahead,
brother
rock out, man. You got it. Go.
I think brother Bunya wanted to say something, no, but I'm gonna pull something up.
Brother Brian, you go ahead and jump in, bro.
I'm on the road, man. I'm driving. I'm just listening.
Okay. All right. You be
Yeah,
safe, man.
just I'm about to pull into my parking lot now, though.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, Mashiach spoke about that, how we are light. He said, "Can a light be hidden? It can't be hidden." You know. So I'm more in line with what the brother Hal is saying concerning the light. It's not about us going to them and evangelizing, but just everybody seeing the manner of people we are. Being the peculiar people, you people would have no choice. Your light would shine. They would notice. You know, especially those walking in darkness. So when you got people walking in darkness, they're gonna notice your light. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
But it doesn't necessarily mean you're making those people your focal point. Light shines, and no matter where you standing at, wherever you standing, you're gonna see it. Unless you are that, if you are that light, you shine. But if you stand, you can see it from afar. You can see it from wherever you at. So to be the light, it really means to be the example, which the Most High chose us to be, an example. That's what we're supposed to be.
Yeah, because also further on, that's that same chapter, Isaiah 14, where he tells you that prepare slaughter for his children. So on one hand, he says they should take them captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. On one hand, and then on the other hand, though, he says prepare slaughter for her children, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the world with their cities. He said, for I will rise against them, saith the Most High, and cut off from Babylon the name, remnant, son, and nephew. So
I'm going to the room, man.
we like to focus on the heathens who are inhabiting us right now. But there's heathens that, I guess the best of them is going to be slaves. And these heathens that have persecuted us, all these lands, it's in what Baruch tells you, man, they're not going to make it. But the nations whom served us formerly and didn't take part in our captivity, those are the ones whom we're going to be dealing with. We only know one particular heathen right now.
I have a question to ask. Hold on just a second. Let me log out of this and log into my real account.
Okay, and while you're doing that, brother E got a screen up. E, you wanna go at it, bro? We see your screen.
Yeah, we're talking about being a light, or it doesn't say that we're gonna be a light. It says that arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of Jehovah is risen upon thee. So we dealing with the light and the Gentiles coming to the light. And if we read this in context, this is dealing with our salvation, you know, because it says, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But Jehovah shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. So that's the example we talking about. This ain't saying that we have to go out and evangelize and try to bring them in. This is referring to a time when it's going to be so dark and wicked upon the earth. Darkness is going to cover the earth, but the light is going to shine on us. That light is the salvation. And so this darkness represents the judgments that the Most High is bringing over all the earth. He said he's going to make a full end of all the nations. It says, and the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and the kings to the brightness of thy rising. Lift up thine eyes round about and see, all they gather themselves together. They come to thee. All thy sons come from far, and thy daughters shall be nursed at thy side. Thou shalt see and flow together, and thine heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee, and the forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. So that goes into the point of what I was saying about when these blessings come on us, like Brother Yashadek said, they shall come on you and overtake you. He said, your heart shall fear and be enlarged when you see this, because this is going to be a time of unspeakable joy and salvation for our people, and the nations are going to want to be a part of that for the sake of being saved, so that they can live. So like you said, that light, we're going to be that light, and people are going to gravitate to that. I think Isaiah 60 is a good chapter to sort of define that and explain that and put it in perspective.
You know what, Brother E? I get a picture of not only what you said, but I also get a picture of physical light, like the light that shone on Moses's face, flowing, landing upon our people. And I seen it in the vision, and like the same with Enoch, and I get a picture that, what did Paul say? We should not all be changed, but we'll be transformed.
Yeah, he
I
said
get
we
a
should not
picture
all
of
sleep.
right. So I get a picture of I get a picture of the ancient when we was walking in right standing with the Most High. Not only did our nation had a certain light, you know how they back in Christianity they used to say you got this light on you, but I think we're going to get the real light, the real shine, the real glory of the Most High. I gotta look in that definition, as a matter of fact, in the Strong's, and I think the glory of the Most High, and I think this is going to shine upon us. He says we're going to see it and we're going to feel it.
I got a question, bro. That vision that you saw, and don't take this the wrong way, but the vision that you saw, right? You said you saw Moshe. I just got one question. Did he look like Charleston Heston?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
No,
Hey,
he
brother
did not.
Banya, go ahead and unmute, man, and speak your piece, bro.
No, he did not. But that's what I see. I think, or at least that's what I believe, and I look forward to and expect that it's going to happen, because in this vision, I seen a lot of our brethren and sisters, Hebrews, and all of a sudden they was walking and it was dark, but our people were glowing in the dark, and I
Well,
looked and I was amazed, and
well,
then but and then I looked over there and I seen the brothers over there in Africa, and the same light that was shining on us at the same time. There was this glow that began to shine on them, and I turned and I said, "But what do you mean by this, Lord?" And he said, "I'm bringing the two sticks together."
you
That was
know
not
what?
too long
You know
ago.
what, brother? There's a lot of preceptual information that supports what you were saying. We have several examples. You have the example from when Moses came down from the mount and his face shone. You have examples in Revelations when you see Mashiach and his eyes a flame of fire,
Mm,
and his face glowing, right?
yeah,
And you also have examples where it's written and it says flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High.
wow.
And it talks about the corruptible putting on the incorruption
Mm,
and the mortal putting on immortality.
mm,
Now, when you talk about that, it says also Enoch was translated. Translated is all right. So transfiguration is a product of translation. All right, that's when one is translated into that dimension. So when they come back, they're glowing. You see what I'm saying? Because your flesh and blood alone by itself, it has to be translated. It has to be transformed in order to dwell in that dimension. You see what I'm saying? And when they talk about people being caught up with Mashiach, and they talk about flesh and blood not inheriting the kingdom, that's an example of people being transfigured or transformed in order to receive those heavenly abilities. You see what I'm saying? Just paraphrasing.
no, that's powerful, brother.
But I'm not I don't want to give away the scripture because that's actually a large segment of the presentation that we bring in. That's actually a part of a large segment of the presentation that we bring in concerning that transformation.
A,
But
a
just
measurement.
just just to talk about a couple of things, you got First Thessalonians, First Corinthians. You have the book of Joel that talks about it. Mashiach even talks about it, talking about as far as the events that transpire within those same moments where the sun is darkened and the moon and the stars not giving they shine. These all coincide with the transformation where Israelites are transformed into immortals.
that brothers, that brother Cleo, what you got there on the screen right now from Jabroni, like that's kind of exactly what I'm talking about. I know he's kind of half joking, kind of half serious right now, or at least that's what I'm getting from the comment. But this is exactly what I'm thinking. So I think at that point, brothers and sisters, I don't think we're gonna care.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, we're not gonna care about our captivity and what they did to us, and thinking about, oh, I remember that dude, or that dude, did XYZ to me. I think we're to be in the presence of Hamashiach, to be in the presence of our Elohim, to know that he's with us. The last thing on our mind is going to be, hey, yo, that heathen over there, he killed my great grandfather. Like I just don't think that's going to be our I just don't think that's going to be our thought at all.
Well, you got to remember, brother. Think about this. Think of it in the terms of in the court of law, right? In the court of law, if somebody commits an offense against you, or they commit a criminal act against you, depending on the level of the level of wrong or sin committed against you, that person would have to pay restitution, or they may even have to pay with their life, depending on if they murdered someone or not. Right? Now, these things are done for a reason. These things are done not just so the person can be put to death for what they did, but also so the person who the crime was committed against can have some level of healing afterwards. All right? Now, when we look at all the events that transpired with us from our fall and everything, just like the things that are written for aforetime were written for our learning, these things that we go through today and the things that we will see tomorrow and to go on is for our future people to read about, and for it to be an example that the Most High be glorified in all things. This story will be told how we fell and how the Most High came and delivered us out of a land of our captivity and destroyed our enemies. Why? Because when our children look back on these things, they'll be able to read and not have to hold these things to grudging and say, man, they did all that to them and nothing happened to them. There was no retribution. So everything that we see happening is for our future people to read about. Just like we read about our patriarchs, somebody gonna be reading about us. They're gonna be hearing the stories about us and glorifying the Most High and how he brought us back from the brink of non-existence. You see what I'm saying?
That's a good word, Brother Barnier. Excellent, bro. Thank you, man.
So everything. I'm sorry, my bad, brother.
I was gonna say, just to add to what he's saying, the book even tells us that we're gonna stunt on the Gentiles a little bit for what they did to us. This is Isaiah 61. It says, and strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. But ye shall be named the priests of Jehovah. Men shall call you the ministers of Elohim. We the servants of the Most High, and they're our servants. Now watch this. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory ye shall boast yourselves. All right, so it's saying we're going to eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory we're going to boast ourselves. For your shame ye shall have double, and for your confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, in their land they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them. For I, Jehovah, love judgment and hate robbery for burnt offering. And I will direct their work in truth, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them. So when we get to that point, we're going to be focusing on getting into the wilderness and entering into the covenant, those of us who believe, but this is going to be the overall result. The Most High has a thing in his heart toward these people, even though he allowed them to do these things to us.
Mm-hmm.
He created them for that purpose so that he can be glorified in these days. So we're going to stun on them a little bit. That's just something that's got to be done. That's what they doing on us. Now, go ahead.
Even the remembrance of what happened is going to be amongst them too. You got to ask yourself, I don't know how many of the brothers here believe in the 1,000-year reign of Mashiach.
Mm-hmm.
But after 1,000 years, they're going to try to rise up again.
Exactly. Deceive the nations.
Exactly. Mm. So there had to be some kind of animosity there, for them to try to rise up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Had to be something there to make them think, oh, we did that before. We can try to do it again. Mm. And that's why, to a certain level, what the brother was saying. Wait a minute. What the brother Hal was saying. Yeah, we shouldn't even care. I don't care. It's going to end up one way anyway.
Exactly.
It's just going. That's how it's going to end. Because these people don't want to give up their power, and that's ridiculousness about religion. It got people thinking that everybody's going to be in harmony and whatnot. What is Mashiach coming back for? If everybody was in harmony and everybody was in agreement and everybody waiting for the Most High, why is there war going on when Mashiach returns? These people don't want to face that, man. They don't want to face that reality. They want to look at the scriptures through religious spectacles and not understand the reality of what we facing. What we facing. We facing war, man. That's what we getting ready for. That's the reality of it. We can't do nothing right now, but that's what we mentally preparing each other for war. People don't like to hear that, man. But Mashiach come. Read Joel. All faces gather in blackness. Women, children, men. Come on, man. It's not a pretty sight, man. The reality of that is, look, it's going to come down to either us or them. Most High not having it, man.
Yeah.
How many people in here think if they had the opportunity to wipe us out, they wouldn't?
I think they tried. I think the Most High wouldn't let them.
They still trying. No weapon against us shall prosper.
Absolutely.
And I always took that spiritually growing up. Hearing that in church all the time. No weapon against you shall prosper. Now we know what that means.
Yeah, look at all the genocides. Who would survive what our people have survived? Who? Name anybody that been through the same scope of what we've been through. On all these different levels. The curses ain't no joke, man. Better yet, name somebody who could drink the dregs of Yo, who could drink the dregs of the cup of his fury and still be here? Who? Name a nation. And people don't get it, man. And that's what the brother Cleo trying to really tell y'all. Like, what you able to accomplish, Mashiach been telling this for the longest. The greater works than these shall you do. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Mashiach, who being in the form of the Most High, thought it not robbery to be equal with the Most High. If ye had the faith of a mustard seed, what can you accomplish? Mashiach always been trying to instill that in our people's minds, to believe, not in your own natural ability, but believe in him. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. What we have the ability to do is limitless, man. It's limitless. But we need to get away from this place and get away from the constant telling us we can't do it. Get away from that. That's why the Most High pulling us out in the wilderness to do something to us that ain't never been done before, to make us become what we ain't never been before. You know? You think you read about David and then what they did, man. What we gonna do is something else, man. Joel said it was never a people like that, and there will never be a people like that again to many generations. Even to many generations, there won't be any people like what's going to happen once we set free from this place. Come on, man.
Is Bornbo serious? Is that for real?
That's a serious thing that she sent to me. I haven't had a chance to read it yet because I was prepping for the show, but she sent it via email. She could jump on right quick and speak her piece on it if she want to.
Wow. So one crow.
One crow, yeah.
So who was Jim?
Wow.
See, there they go. They co-opting you. They got you as liquid money, and guess what? They not gonna get paid before we gonna get paid, because we on the verge of not only getting paid, but we on the verge of rising up out of here. We that generation that's gonna see it, fam. Whether you believe it or not, I believe it with all my spirit. When it happened, I don't know, but I know I'm gonna be here to see it.
I'm saying are One and Jim like brothers or something, cousins?
Cousins.
Wow.
They one and the same. They both been doing it to us.
One crow.
They one and the same. Juan and Jim. They the same person. And they've been inflicting it on the same people. Exactly. They both hate the same people.
Yeah.
One crow trying to. That's not even creative, man.
Like you know how hard I gotta stop from laughing at that.
They couldn't be more creative. They couldn't come up with something else. Like, you have to still that too.
Yeah, wow, one crow. So they've been through 100 years of one crow laws.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, they control they control the trade of cocaine all over the earth. What do we control all over the earth at this moment?
Smitty.
Did Biden sign that bill yet for the $450,000 for them yet?
He probably did that on the under. He didn't put it out there. He was acting like he wasn't with it. I saw his interview. He's like, man, no, that's ridiculous. Whatever he was saying. He out of his mind. Well, listen, fam, check this out. I probably shouldn't be doing KC because we 2 hours and 50 minutes in. I'm gonna let you brothers spit your last piece. And family, if y'all didn't jump on this time, y'all missed it. But you brothers go ahead and hit your last word, starting with brother Yash. Get that off of there. Brother Yash, you there?
Yes, you did.
Okay, let's move to brother Hal.
All right, brothers. As always, so good to be on with you, brothers, man. Love you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to get on, speak a little bit. Thank you, everyone in the chat. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I just want to remind everyone earlier today, Brother E did a little presentation. It was great. But during that presentation, Brother T, one of our brothers who joins us on a regular basis, was saying that he needed some prayer. His family is experiencing 2 funerals, I think, that are coming up. So I just want to extend my prayers out to you and prayers for the family, from the family, Brother T, to you. Y'all bless everyone. Thank you.
Brother E.
I just want to say shalom and blessings to you brothers on the panel. All praise to the Most High, and peace and blessings to all the family in the chat. Most High willing, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Shalom.
And brother Banyan, we gonna close out with you, bro.
I think Yashadik has something he wanted to say.
Oh, Yash, you in there? Go ahead and speak, bro.
No?
Yashadik?
I thought I seen the joint come off of mute, but
Yeah, it did. He might be having some. Now it's back on mute. Yashadik, you can say your last words, bro.
he must be having some mic issues.
Yeah, mic issues. All right, go ahead and close us out, bro.
I'm gonna just say all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High first and foremost. Brother T, man, our prayers are gonna be with you, man. As soon as I get off here, man, say a prayer for your family, man. My deepest condolences for your losses. I want to say shalom and blessings to all the family out there. As usual, the sister Born Bold, Yvette Rivera, everybody that's out there. Thanks for watching us. Like the brother said, you could have been anywhere else, but you came over here to watch us and listen to fellowship with the brothers over here, and it's greatly appreciated. It's greatly valued, and we here for you. Salt of the earth, love their people, and shalom and blessing to all the brothers on the panel. Thanks for contributing to the channel. All praises, honor, and glory to the Most High. Thank you.
And this has been another Salt of the Earth Productions.
It's like